Honorable ASEAN member states, ASEAN Business Advisory Council, resource persons, ladies and gentlemen, good afternoon. First of all, I would like to extend my appreciation to ASEAN Business Advisory Council for inviting me in the ASEAN Business and Investment Summit 2023. It is an honor for me to attend this meeting and deliver a keynote remark in breakout session on the topic of safeguarding ASEAN food security in a time of growing uncertainty. This topic is very relevant today, considering that around 700 to 800 million people were affected by hunger in 2021, and nearly 600 million people will still be facing hunger in 2030. Moreover, climate change and economic downturns exacerbated by global intensifying conflicts are recognized as the major drivers for the recent rise in hunger and food insecurity. Furthermore, global food prices have increased sharply since 2021 and are projected to rise further in this year. Can I have my slide, please? This situation can lead to food insecurity, which could affect food consumption and nutrition, particularly for the vulnerable groups. Ladies and gentlemen, I would like to reiterate President Joko Widodo's statement at the opening of the 42nd ASEAN Summit. At this moment, we all know that the world is not okay. Rivalries between major processes continue to sharpen. The global economic situation has not fully recovered post-pandemic. How must ASEAN respond to it? In this situation, we need to take concrete action to prevent a worsening of the global food security crisis, including the risk and unprecedented shock to food supply chain. In the context of Indonesia, collaboration among stakeholders such as academics, business sectors, ministries and agencies, communities and media play an important role in dealing with food security crisis. We must work hand in hand and integrating program from upstream to downstream of food system. In the upstream, for example, building 60 water reservoirs will help support the development on agriculture. Moreover, in the downstream program, the National Food Agency called Wise Shopping or Belanja Bijak aim to educate people to purchase food in accordance with household needs. The National Food Agency plays an important role in ensuring food security and develop food reserve and distribution system to stabilize food supply and price and alleviate food vulnerable areas. We also focus on improving our global food security index in quality and safety aspects by campaigning diversity and dietary consumption and formulating and controlling food safety standards. Ladies and gentlemen, not only in the national level, but we also involved in strengthening food security at ASEAN level. This year, Indonesia became the host of ASEAN 2023 and initiated the ASEAN Leaders Declaration on strengthening food security and nutrition in response to crisis. The main concept of the ASEAN Leaders Declaration is to strengthen food security in ASEAN during emergency situations through integration between aspects of the food production, supply chain, and logistics, so that if there are shocks that occurs in the future, food availability in ASEAN will still remain secure. National Food Agency, as the national focal point for the Asian Food Security Reserve Board, also contribute on the development of Asian food security. In Indonesia, actively contributes in strengthening to the food reserve through ASEAN +3 emergency rice reserve by providing 12,000 metric tons of rice stocks, which is ready to be distributed whenever other countries need. ASEAN already has the Asian Integrated Food Security Framework and Strategic Plan of Action on Food Security as a guide for the sectoral agencies and ASEAN member countries in strengthening food security in the region. Ladies and gentlemen, I really appreciate all these tools ASEAN already have to prevent food crisis in the future. In this regard, we cannot work alone. So today we will always remind to collaborate one another. We also have synergized with all relevant stakeholders such as ministries and agencies, state-owned enterprises, private sectors, universities, NGOs, food associations, small medium enterprises, farmers, in order to achieve long-term resilience against current and future crises and uncertainties. Ladies and gentlemen, I wish this conference will be fruitful and come up with significant contributions to the efforts in strengthening food security in ASEAN and in the world. Finally, I hope that we can continue to work together and meet again in the future occasion. I thank you.